happened. Market's falling. A lot of things are bad. We went down QQQ, give or take 1.4 points, but depending on when this was refreshed last. And Donald Trump's going absolutely bonkers. Now, we're dealing with job statistics. There's a huge grain of salt to consider here. For instance, back in April to March 2023 to 2024, you have plenty of revisions. There were negative 350,000 job revisions for professional and business services, leisure and hospitality, negative 150,000 revisions, manufacturing. Basically, there's a kind of tug of war between accurate numbers and continuous update of job data. And then there's politics. And then there's politics. Those deal with the incentive to stretch the numbers a little bit to make their candidacy, their presidency look good. So there's this huge situation. Let's kind of go over first what Donald JT is saying here. In my opinion, today's jobs numbers were rigged in order to make the Republicans and me look bad. Just like when they had 3 great days around the 2024 presidential election, and then those numbers were taken away on November 15, 2024. There is incentive when it comes to statistics. If you're going to present something great and then pull the rug after and say, oh, we made a mistake, it's the wrong numbers. This was actually, I remember, a debate whether they should even release the numbers until after the actual election was done, because those numbers affect the actual outcome. We see that statistically. So I personally believe we shouldn't really provide any details until after the election. We shouldn't have anything that sways any election in any direction until after the election is done. There should be like a gap of space where everyone just chills the fuck out, do the election, move on with your life, continue with the statistics. So it looks like there could be a case scenario where 3 great days present on the day before the election, 3 days before the election, and then when they went back and revised the numbers, corrected the numbers, took a closer look at the numbers, or got more data of those numbers, all of a sudden, now it's back to bad again. Now, it's really hard to say how, as a trader, I trade. I have to keep an eye on these details. This is why I'm live now to kind of, holy crap, what the fuck is going on? I have a lot of thoughts going through my head right now. Now, could it be, hold on, I'm not even, I didn't even set up myself. Where am I? Hold on. I'm here somewhere. I'm here somewhere. Give me a second. Give me, okay, there we go. I'm not sure. Oh, by the way, he's also sending out nuclear subs. Process that for a second. What the fuck is going on? So either he's like really trying to distract from, let's say, a set of files that belong to an Epstein of a sort, or he's gone fucking bonkers. Um, which in a way is kind of what the Republican Party wanted. They wanted that sort of like chaotic, uh, break the system sort of president, but now it's kind of like you're not releasing anything that you promised you were. You're going completely against the statements of going into peace, and you're about to send out some nuclear submarines. He's already sent them. So it's like, it's really bad. It's really bad on the case of how much do you not want these Epstein files released? There's plenty of videos that you'll see online basically talking about or showing you his sweaty nature when it comes to those questions. Oh, why are we still talking about these? That's old news. Do 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 do. I can't believe you guys are still talking about this. disregard for the fact that he's been the one using Epstein files as a fucking carrot on a stick for the voters. And we were like, yeah, please fucking release those files. Bring them into the light. And now it's like, oh, there's no files here. Look, we released some footage that has a little piece of video missing. So you can see that nothing happened to Epstein. You have to really believe us that it's actually suicide and it's not us getting rid of him. Also, Epstein died during, Trump's presidency, 2019, 2016 to 2020, right? So that's a little sus. And now, like, there is a case scenario. Jerome Too Late Powell. There is a case scenario. This is true. I mean, he could be saying true things, but still being very sus about it. The Fed is very much always known to be too late to the party because by the time they change direction in the way that they treat interest rates, they have to act on active data. But by the time they realize they have to change their course, it's already too late. So, like someone said, I forget who somewhere, um, it's like trying to drive, and when you only have past data as a way to drive, it's like looking in the rear view mirrors and then trying to drive forward without looking at the main, you know, thing. So you're just driving, looking at the rear view. That's it. It's just not possible. And the Fed, in my opinion, is it's overdone. It's overcooked. We need to get rid of it. That's my opinion. Um, these are just rich bureaucrats that play with knobs they don't understand and pretend that they're doing something of use. And now, one of the biggest things that they were looking for is to be conscious of the job reports. They will act accordingly with interest rates depending on the job reports. What's the latest job reports? Another like 150 or 250,000 job revisions for the last 3 or 4 months. A ton of jobs. They've been saying we have more jobs than they've been actually giving. It's not only Trump, it's been Biden. The number I told you a second ago, April 23 to March 2024. For the whole, all right, initial estimate was 2.9 million jobs added. A lot of them, a lot of them were government jobs. That doesn't count. If you really consider how a government job works, is that it doesn't produce anything. It's a service to the citizens in a way, right? The social services that we provide from a government perspective. There's no product here. There's no income. The revenue is taxes. And the only way you can make more revenue is to increase taxes. So by hiring more people, you make it more and more expensive to run the government, meaning higher and higher taxes. And who does the pay go to in a government job? To the people paying taxes. So it's a weird circular sham where money keeps kind of circulating between citizens and government, or at least percentages, not full amounts, but percentages. You pay 22% tax depending on how much you get paid, and that 22 goes to the government, and government pays you a paycheck, and then from there that 22 gets back to the government. So there's like a weird cycle there. But in the end result, that money does really nothing. There's no productivity in that money. So having Biden have about 2.9 million jobs added, where probably more than half of those, call it two, were actually government jobs. And then they were revised down to 2.1 million. That's a lot. So it's been a continuous process. It does keep on going. It's not just Trump, it's the way government works. It's just business. So why are they doing this? Well, I imagine the jobs have never looked good for the last 2 years. I imagine that this is just their way of kicking the can down the road. trying to get more and more, whatever they can get, more and more people into the stock market. They're trying to push privatization. They're trying to basically get more and more private sector investments into the public sector now because they're running out of rich people to put money in it. So once every rich person's in it, hey, the rest of you plebs want to join in on the party? All the rich people are here already, and what's gonna happen? Oh, they're gonna sell it under the table, or they're gonna sell it under from under you, and then it's just gonna drop. The price is gonna absolutely collapse. Which they're not really selling it to retail regular investors. They're selling it to the corporations, financial institutions that have 401ks, the ones that are managing those investment um, funds for retirement. So if you do have your own fund, make sure nothing changed. Make sure none of your accounts managed has a new little innovative innovative tool, a little beefing up to your portfolio with our new product where it's privatized funds, because those funds are probably going down if they're asking more and more people to enter those private sectors funded investments. Oh my God. So there's the based on the highly provocative statement of the former president Russia, speaks Donald Trump, who is now deputy chairman of the Security Council. I have ordered two nuclear submarines to be positioned in appropriate regions, just in case these foolish inflammatory statements are more than just that. Oh, now it just seems like distraction. It really does. It looks like distraction because we still have Epstein files to figure out what the fuck, right? And there's a continuous run on the media to spin certain narratives. They're trying to get as much information to over sensualize the viewers, to kind of change the subject being spoken about. And because a lot of the YouTubers still talking about the Epstein list, a lot of people online, from uh, content creators, from streamers, from keyboard warriors on X and Reddit, whatever. They're all still talking about it, and that's really what we should be doing. We should not get distracted. Absolutely not. Oh yeah. So that's it. That's all I wanted to jump real quick for. A lot of chaos. A lot of chaos. Nuclear subs taken through, being sent to appropriate regions, as Trump says. And on top of that, job numbers are fake, apparently. So what's that gonna do now? Well, that's gonna really decouple the way we read data, the way we analyze the market. The only problem is, you look at any TikToker nowadays, you'll find lots of people getting fired and basically recording it on TikTok for all kinds of reasons, but mostly probably for AI. I'm not even going to let that load. So there's a case scenario where this is actually true. The numbers are actually true. People are losing their jobs, but he's trying to make a big deal out of it to still be more of a distraction than anything else. Because people can feel it. People can feel it. How's it going, Harley? Welcome in. That's all I wanted to join in and say. This was a recent, literally just posted. I mean, 43 minutes ago. The jobs are fake, and now we got to figure out some other ways to analyze the market. I'm already saying it's going down. It's fucked. We're at the top. We're at the top. Too many distractions, too much chaos, too many firings. the market loves to just play a little bit higher until the music stops. So prepare, get your hedges out, keep an eye on VIX, buy some UVIX, buy some UVXY, anything that you can hedge yourself on the downward momentum of the market. I hope there's no nuclear war because it doesn't even matter what we do with the market, will there be? There will be no point. Anyway, enjoy your time, spend time with family, pray it up. Let's get this energy positive. Let's get these fucking corrupt people out of their placements. On top of censoring, that's the thing too. There's also the stupid censoring of the internet. There's so much stuff being overwhelming that it just seems like something's out of tune. Something big is gonna happen, and it's gonna be completely missed in the news because it's always just being thrown out there. Because so much crap is being thrown out there, no one's going to notice it. And it's always the case for the stock market. If you're not in the stock market position at some point and you're distracted by all the chaos, that's all they want. They want you to miss the cue. So I feel like it's something of that form. Oh, yeah, man. How you doing, Harley? I'm gonna call it here. Hope you're doing well. Spend time with family. Keep the love up. Keep yourselves energies high up, meditated up. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that was a sneeze. I hope that woke you up. Or not. I don't know. It's getting late. I should be. I got another student and I'm going to bed. But holy crap, what a day. I'm exhausted from the last month. I'm honestly exhausted from keeping track of this bullcrap for the last month. Yeah. All right. I'll keep track of this stuff so you don't have to. But if I go live, normally it's going to be because something big. Or I'm teaching, I'm giving out a little section on Linux privacy and technology, how to keep yourself safe online, and how to increase your, technical skill sets. Or we're talking markets and nuclear stuff.